Day the Earth Stood Still, made in 1951 and remade just last year, is a science fiction movie that has become a classic and must-see amongst moviegoers and sci-fi fans. The movie tells the story of the alien Klaatu, who comes to our planet in an effort to warn the people of Earth. This project will focus on Klaatu's message and the impact it had on one of our presidents. I will also show the Christian allegory found in The Day the Earth Stood Still and a pop cultural phenomenon that has resulted from the movie's most memorable phrase. Klaatu came to Earth to preach the message that we must change or we will perish. In both the original and remake, there are strong examples of the illusion that Klaatu is a Christ-like character. The following scene takes place after Klaatu is shot and killed by the U.S. Army, who is trying to stop Klaatu for fear of his message.
Hello?
I thought you were...
I was.
You mean... he has the power of life and death?
No. That power is reserved to the Almighty Spirit. This technique, in some cases, can restore life for a limited period.
But how long?
You mean how long will I live? That no one can tell.
There is an attempt later in the picture when Klaatu resurrects himself to make him appear very Christ-like, but not in a particularly pretentious way. I think it's there for people if they care to see it and not if they don't.
It didn't happen through me. I mean, I didn't conceive it that way. I think Eddie may have. Sort of a passing of the third floor back, the name Carpenter. But it was so subtle that it eluded a lot of people. And I did read that, and I think Eddie did that deliberately to get a religious overtone to it without being too blunt. We did have to make a change, you know. The Breen office objected to the resurrection, and we did add, in a retake, when Pat Neal says to him, "Do you mean you have the power?" And he says, no, only God has the power to bring anybody back to life. We can do it for a short period. It was a compromise I hated to make, but we had to do it.
Following the delivery of his message, Klaatu once again leaves Earth to return to the heavenly bodies above.
The pain will only last a moment.
In this scene from the 2008 remake, Klaatu reveals the power to raise a man from the dead, in much the same way that Christ was credited with raising Lazarus from the grave.
You killed him! You killed him! You killed him!
Let me finish.
You killed him! You killed him! Come sit down. You killed him!
He'll be all right.
Mom!
This scene shows Klaatu saving Helen and Jacob, by absorbing the robot
What's
Gork's
happening to him?
nanites into his own body, just as
Dick.
Christ took the world's sins into his own.
They're inside him. He's dying.
Help him. Help him. Please.
Ultimately, Klaatu sacrifices his own life in order to save the Earth, serving as the final allusion to Christ.